name is Divya Chowdhary, and I'm from Champaign, Illinois. I'm a rising sophomore. Yeah. And my presentation will be about ancient India's contribution to science and math. This is Aryabhata, who is a famous Indian mathematician. Ancient India has contributed various mathematical and scientific concepts that weren't accounted for until other European scientists discovered them. Some notable scientists were Bhaskara, Brahmagupta, Aryabhata, Kanad, and Pingala. Some of the concepts that we use in our everyday lives were discovered by these scientists. First, we will talk about the number and the decimal system. It is well known that this system comes from India. The idea was originated in India and then passed over to the West. In the Vedas, this system was written down in combinations of 10, which played a crucial role in the development of the system. There's also written evidence from the 3rd century of the Brahmi numbers, which are the numerals that we use today. Next, we will talk about trigonometric functions, which is one of my favorite topics. Hindus were the first to introduce and use the 3 trigonometric functions that we know of today. The Siddhantas defined the functions of sine, cosine, inverse sine, and a function that we do not use anymore called versine. Later, Aryabhata expanded upon these developments and wrote the first tables of sine and versine in his book, the Aryabhatiya. Throughout history, many other mathematicians, such as Brahmagupta, Madhava, and Bhaskara, created theories and made major improvements to each trigonometric function. Now, let's see how these scientists solved quadratic functions. Around 700 AD, Brahmagupta discovered how to solve a quadratic equation and also how to find its roots. He used irrational numbers to figure out these answers. The final and complete solution that we know of today was discovered by Bhaskara, who also figured out that any positive number has 2 different roots, a positive one and a negative one. This top picture is an equation that some of you might know as the quadratic formula, or like how to find roots of a quadratic function. The Fibonacci series. In ancient India, music was used for enjoyment and to convey sophisticated mathematical concepts, since writing wasn't a very big thing at the time. They would mainly use the tablas, and they would use beats of 2 different lengths, one long one and a short one. They would then make different combinations as per how many beats were in the shloka. For example, if the shloka had 2 beats, you would have 2 combinations, a long beat or 2 short beats. And if you kept continuing this, you get 3 beats is 3 combinations, 4 beats is 5 combinations, 5 beats is 8 combinations. And if you put the combinations together, you figure out that this is a Fibonacci series. Next, theory of the atom. Believe it or not, it was actually discovered long before John Dalton. A notable scientist named Kanad was said to have devised atomic theories. He speculated the existence of a small indestructible particle like an atom, but he called it an anu, which is atom in Hindi. He came up with several theories relating to how an anu will react in different situations. For example, he thought it could combine with other atoms to create chemical elements, and that it was indivisible, which we know was later confirmed by John Dalton. As you can see, There are many, many discoveries made from various scientists across ancient India, and the ones I've listed are only a handful of them. These scientists contributed so much to what we know of today, and if it weren't for these scientists, we might not know how to solve quadratic function or what trigonometric functions are, or even about an atom. So each one of these scientists made so many discoveries, and each discovery is so important to what we know of today. Thank you so much for your attention and time. I hope this inspires you to maybe learn a little more about science and math, and maybe even make one of your own discoveries one day. Thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and please stay safe and healthy.